We're seeing more and more affordable options in the smart home space. But what makes Aqara different is that they work with all three assistants. They are an affordable lineup of devices that actually work with Apple's HomeKit, which is rare, especially affordable devices. So we're gonna take a look at the Aqara lineup. I have been curious about their stuff, so when the folks at Aqara reached out to me, I thought it'd be a great chance to showcase it for you guys and a chance for me to play with it. So we're just gonna go over the features of these different devices. It's not a deep dive, just a little overview so you can see what they're about. There are links down in the description to the lineup for you to check out. Little bit about the Aqara lineup. Most of the items work with all three assistants. There are a couple of them that are HomeKit only. You will need a hub for these devices. What we're gonna cover today is the smart switch, the hub, the push button, the contact sensor, the motion sensor, and the camera. Covers a lot of good automation stuff in the house. Now, one of the things I do want to point out that was announced yesterday is that the Aqara hub is going to receive Matter support, and their devices are going to be Matter certified, which is great. That's going to be one of the latest standards that's coming up, and Aqara is paying attention to the progress in there so that they can be ready when devices release in 2022. So pretty cool that they're already working to future-proof. If you're not familiar with Matter, I'll include a link in the description to the Matter website. Initially, the first devices to work with Matter are going to be the smart switches, the door sensor, and the motion sensor. So first in the Aqara lineup, let's look at the Hub M2. You are going to need a hub for these devices. You can get this hub, there's another hub they offer, and the camera can actually serve as a hub for other devices to connect to. This hub goes beyond what a lot of hubs do. This has some additional functionality. For one, there is a 360-degree infrared emitter. You can actually program up this to control your devices, which is actually easy to do. You go into the app, you hit the plus sign, and then you pick what kind of device and the manufacturer of that device. In worst case, you customize one. It can be great for controlling that entertainment system, maybe that fan that has a remote, or other items you can think about that do take a remote. You can also use this as a security system for your house. You can pair the sensors and cameras up to it and have it so that this serves as the siren. If somebody were to enter your house, you can then receive a notification and basically add an extra layer of protection on top of controlling your devices. The Hub 2 can also be used as an alarm clock, which you could then have it trigger some devices for you if you like, maybe turn on those lights for you to wake you up in the morning. You can power it off of USB, so if you have a USB brick or just a place to charge off a USB, you could go with that. Now let's talk about the sensors that pair up with this hub. The motion sensor and contact sensor work with Alexa routines and HomeKit automations, which is great to be able to do both at this price point. The motion sensor is a great little device if you remove it from the stand. This thing is small. This has a 170-degree field of view and a 7-meter range. It can be mounted using the little double stick tape directly onto a wall, a ceiling, or onto a surface. To use it with the stand, you remove the double stick tape and stick that to the bottom. You can use it as a stand or as a mount, removing the double stick tape to attach to a wall or onto the ceiling. You do have some limited angles, so you do have to get it right when attaching it to the wall, because from that point you'll have up and down and left and right. This also has a light sensor on it, but that light sensor can't be used for triggering routines with either of the assistants, but you can use it within the app to trigger other Aqara devices. So just something to note. I have found in using this is a very quick motion sensor. Some are slow and take a long time before it checks for motion. I'm surprised how fast it is. It's almost maybe too fast. Some of my automations are going to have to move over to routines because I need the delay and the trigger time for some of the stuff I want to do. But overall performance has been good with this so far. The app has additional functionality for this that goes beyond what routines and automations on HomeKit can do. So dive into the app, check it out. You can use this to trigger your different automations, like taking advantage of that light sensor. Now the contact sensor, like the motion sensor, it works with both assistants and can trigger routines and automations. These are the first contact sensors that I've used with Apple's HomeKit. This is the sensor itself, and this is a magnet. And basically, when these two are separated, that is what is considered open and then closed. So you can trigger routines with those. You'd use double stick tape on the back to mount them. Some of the ways I use contact sensors, I have one on my door so that when I open my tech closet, the LEDs inside all light up. I have another sensor on my door so that when I'm gaming over here, a lamp flashes to let me know that my wife has walked in so it doesn't scare me. There is a lot of different uses for contact sensors. Like I mentioned earlier, you can pair this contact sensor and motion sensor up with the hub and use it as a security system. Or maybe you just need to put it on the snack drawer so you know when someone keeps going in there. That's one of the things I found, that go into the app and you'll see when you touch a device that it will show you how many times that device has been triggered and when. Kind of interesting to have that log to know when all your devices have been triggered. Now let's talk about switches. You have the mini switch, which is a 3-action button, and then you have a smart switch, which these smart switches will work in older homes, but we'll talk about those in a moment. Let's talk about this 3-button mini switch. You can do 3 actions with this: a single press, double press, and a long press. To mount it, you'd use the double stick tape on the back. Unfortunately, those actions do not show up under Alexa routines, but you can use them to trigger HomeKit. I'm a big fan of buttons. I use buttons to set up different lighting levels in rooms so that a single press just turns it on where you want it. A double press turns it off. A long press sets it into a scene that's for watching TV or hanging out. This one is going in my kitchen, so the single press turns on all the lights. Double press turns them off, and then a long press takes it down to a dimmer evening state when you're not in there. And then I combine it with the motion sensor to raise it up if someone's in there, and then after a while, if no one's there, can drop it to that lower level again. Buttons are also great for the non-tech person in your life. Having a physical button will keep from driving your significant other crazy if they hate this stuff, like my wife. Buttons can lead to a happier smart home. Now again, if you want to do some additional automations and have access to some other functionality, you can go into the app and trigger other devices using this. Next, we have the light switch. This works with all 3 assistants. It is just an on and off switch. It's not a dimmer. But what makes this really nice is that you can use this with older houses. Older homes and the switches in older homes often use just 2 wires. A power coming in and then a power going out to the light. Unlike most smart switches, this only requires the 2 wires and the ground. So even on an older home, you can ground this and then just connect it up. So really cool, and can help people who have been putting off making the change because they couldn't find a switch with no neutral. Now, if you do have a neutral, they do make that version. I just thought this was great to show people as another option for those older homes. Next is the camera Hub G2H. This is a HomeKit only. Also, this does serve as a hub, so you don't have to buy this hub to pair these sensors to it. You can pair it to this. It is a 1080p camera with infrared emitters on it for night vision. It does have on-device storage located on the bottom. It does require power through the USB on the back. And you have the different mounting options that you can use. It does have pan, does have the tilt, but you will have to kind of plan it out a little bit how you want to mount it. There is the metal plate that can be mounted onto a wall, a ceiling, and using magnets it'll attach to that, or you can use double stick tape. Now, a thing that's unique about this camera is this works with Apple Secure Video. Now, if you're not familiar with Apple Secure Video, what it does is it takes your iCloud account. You do have to have a paid iCloud account, so the 99-cent one a month, you could get that. And then what it'll do is it'll save your motion alerts onto your iCloud account. So you don't have to go to some other company and have them upload your cloud recordings. Instead, just goes right to the iCloud account you have. With the updates that are coming out this year, you can do up to 10 cameras with Apple Secure Video. Something to note with the storage is that it has a 32 gigabyte max. You can set the recording up to do continuous recording, where it'll just keep recording until it fills up the card, and then it'll go back to the older footage and record over that. Or you can have it just record when it detects motion. Having that offline storage, I think, is awesome. No cloud fees associated with it, and you keep the videos with you. Here's a look at the camera during the day, just with sunlight coming into the room. This has a pretty wide field of view. Here's a look in the evening with no light coming in from outside, just a few lamps in the room. And this is what it looks like with night vision on. Now again, you have more functionality within the app to trigger some of these other devices. This can help complement the security system you set up using the Hub. Overall, Aqara is making some very affordable options that work with all three assistants, which is crazy because everything works with Google, everything works with Amazon, and nothing works with Apple's HomeKit. So I do appreciate that they are filling that void for all their users. So go check them out. Show them some love since they sponsored this video today. Now, what is your favorite routine or automation that you use? Let us know in the comments section. Now, if you made it this far, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps it get recommended to more people. Next, make sure to check out this video over here. It has some great information, like really good. And I'm not just saying that because I made it. No, I'm not. It's good. It's a good one. I put a good one there. Anyways, check it out. Thanks for watching. Bye.